didn't make any plans for this weekend, so instead I'm staying in the house and I'm getting my week organized. I am adulting. I got mad laundry to do. I don't have no groceries in my fridge, so that's what I'm gonna spend this weekend doing, is being a responsible adult.
Since I'm always hungry but never know what to eat, here comes ChatGPT to save the day. I'm not gonna lie, the fact that I can be so spoiled by an artificial intelligence system telling me exactly what to get from the grocery store and recipes to go with it is both fascinating and scary as hell.
With ChatGPT, it took a little playing around with, but I was able to put together a grocery list and the measurements and everything for the recipes that I would be cooking this week based on a 1,700 calorie diet that is low carb, high protein, like healthy snacks and like alternatives, you know, to chips and things like that. I should have been using this sooner, because my grocery list is done. Now all I gotta do is go on Instacart. Like, yo. If it was anything that I did not like, I just told them to replace it. And they were like, yeah, sure. It gave me something else that I did like. Yo, this is crazy.
Now that I know what to eat, I wanted to dedicate some time to journaling. And how perfect to find a journal tailored to what I'd like my mind and heart to be more focused on, and reminding me to see the light in each day, no matter how big or small. Greetings, new day and new food. It's crazy that ChatGPT gave your girl a list and I didn't follow it. Girl math, right? But since we're cooking, let's talk about how I had to start 24 hours to hell and back with Gordon Ramsay, which is basically like Kitchen Nightmares, but he only has 24 hours to see if they can get it together or forget it forever. What makes this show even better is that Gordon goes undercover. Like, he's putting on intricate disguises and costumes so he can see how the restaurants truly operate versus them trying to be on their best behavior because one of the best chefs in the world is in the building. I've watched a lot of it already, of course, but the most memorable one is this bistro in NOLA. Now, Gordon and I have seen some wild kitchens, but this one gets the You're Wildin' award because they really lost their way and the whole place was wild. So Gordon does his usual tour of the nasty kitchen and its appliances, and we both just stunned at how gross every nook and cranny of this restaurant is, right? However, when he picked up a toaster to show how even something as simple as cleaning a toaster was going undone, he looked inside, tilted the toaster over in disgust, and a whole dead mouse came out with toast crumbs and burnt marks on it because it dead died in the toaster and they was using it. Gordon and I were appalled that they let conditions get this bad. And he and his friend had toast earlier, so it was like they had a side of rat instead of butter with their toast. Like, how disrespectful. This place couldn't even cook eggs correctly. Like, eggs? Come on. But surprisingly, they got it together. They got rid of their rat problem, and I pray they holding it down because Gordon did mad work. But we not doing that over here. We only cooking in clean kitchens, finding great recipes, and eating great food, okay?
Stop playing with them, Ryan. How can I lose if I'm already chose? Like, if she feeling hot, then I make that bitch frozen. I get a bitch high every time that I post. Damn, the party not lit, then I'd rather not go. If she feeling hot, then I make that bitch frozen. I get a bitch high every time that I post. It's not bad, they be on my ass. I can hear you hating from the back. Balenciaga baddie got a bag. Nigga munching, ate it from the back. Nigga feeling gotta play it cool. Got the jetty, I'ma make a move. Breaking records and I'm breaking news. Bitch be pressed like who you? I get whatever I like. Bitches won't bark, but they wanna bite. I got too many for using a mic. Bitch, think about that when you type. She wanna party with spice, and the body gon' eat. Bon appetit, ass all fat with the waist on sleep. Ginger hair, pretty comb beat. How can I lose if I'm already chose? Like, if she feeling hot, then I make that bitch frozen. I get a bitch high every time that I post. Damn, the party not lit, then I'd rather not go. If she feeling hot, then I make that bitch frozen. I get a bitch high every time that I post. Damn, look in the mirror, I'm feeling me. Stacking money with a ceiling. 20 to stand on the couch, went out of town. If they feeling me, he like the way that I dress.
Hello, it is a gross day in New York City, but I have to be out the house. Love visiting my grandma, but she don't care about having good Wi-Fi connection. so I decided to spend the week in a WeWork office right in Harlem. It was an easy commute, easy to find, and is honestly a genius setup. They have conference rooms for small and large groups, phone booths for people who need privacy during a call, and today I booked a room for myself to comfortably stuff my face, organize my morning, and conduct some meetings.
If we need to continue to work with a partner, if that partner is still in alignment with the work that we're trying to do, etc. So we have to always ensure that there's some level of effectiveness. And the way we do that is really surveying and really having that communication with our partner.
So now the whys. So first and foremost is to sustain our mission. Fund development is vital for financial stability of TMG and all its initiatives. And it allows us to continue our work, to fulfill our mission, and to strive toward our vision of an equitable society for ourselves and for everyone we're connected to.
Even the bathroom was mad cute. If you don't book a room, they have plenty of open desk and lounge space and are very dog friendly, but I wouldn't get any work done, so mine shall remain at home. They had coffee all day, which is great for a caffeine addict like me, snacks all day because you know I love a snack, lunch is served on some days, and I could take advantage of the space to spend time with Pamela.
This is literally my favorite time of the year. Good morning, good day. As you can see, it's beautiful outside. The sky is all blue. Of course, I'm out here walking lady, but today is special because I am finishing up the final preparations for a event that I'm participating in. And this will be my first time being a public speaker. Naturally, I am nervous because, as I said, never been a public speaker, but I'm also excited because I get to share a lot of information and guidance that a lot of people don't know about the work that I do. So, yeah, let's get ready for my first speaking engagement.
And who the hell knows? They're probably gonna come back with like 8 things that they want to.
Like, hey, by the way, we didn't ask for any of this stuff originally, but like seeing you guys do it, we now want to ask for this stuff.
We now want this, yeah. So, Dee, correct me if I'm wrong. We're working on 2 reports right now. It's the survey for New School Venture Fund, Diverse Leaders.
The impact survey, yeah.
And then the other one is for Victoria Foundation and AC&J report, which we're meeting with Mark about today.
Yes. I don't know what's preventing it. Because I logged in. Like, the both times with the code, I logged in, but it said, like, lady, relax, there's nobody here. But it said something like,
And if you could update, like, external partners.
It's mad beautiful outside, so I'm about to run some errands and do something that we used to do back in the day, or at least I used to.
After my sugaring appointment and returning a bunch of stuff I didn't need, I grabbed some Starbucks, went across the street to Barnes & Noble's, scanned some titles, picked up a random book that caught my attention, and went to find a seat in the corner to read. Back in the day, I used to do this same routine, but I would be hunched in a corner on the floor instead. But today, your girl had an actual seat. I also used this time to finish up some final notes for tomorrow's presentation. Now the day is here, treated myself to breakfast, got dressed, and made my way to White Plains, New York. Surprisingly, going to Stamford, Connecticut was easier than going into the city, so your girl was really traveling today.
Pivoted me into now being the COO of this business.
You know, I guess work with clients, and why do you choose what you're wearing?
And I chose to wear green today because it's my fave and makes me feel confident.
Better? Yes. Okay. Again, I am Deanna Monroe, aka Monroe the Guru. I have been working in grants and development work for almost 6 years now. And basically, my job is to get nonprofits and small businesses money so they can do all their wonderful endeavors. So today, I wanted to not only break down who I am, what I do, what the work entails, and how Any business or organization can have a strong grants and development department, but also I have, which I've written down notes, but on my way here, I found a few specifically Black business grant opportunities that I wanted to share with you guys as well that you can apply to. I got my BA in political science from Temple University, in addition to several certifications involving grant writing, consulting, development work, and all that fun stuff. And I got a financial certificate from Cornell as well. As I said, I've been working in grants and development for almost 6 years now. In the first 2 years of my work, I was a novice, obviously, and I went from just grant writing to running the department of 2 different nonprofit organizations when it came to their development work. I like to share that my human design and my spark type, if you guys don't know that, you should research it, it's mad cool. But my human design is a manifester or the maker. And that is very much aligned with the work that I do, the places and stuff that I work with, because I literally turn nothing into something on a daily basis. So, I bet y'all know that, amen? Thus far, I have raised, I didn't do the exact total, but I would say I'm almost at 9 million. So I've raised a lot of money over the last few years. And I specifically make it my business to work with Black-owned and Black-serving businesses and nonprofit organizations. So why I'm here, and getting grants or obtaining grants is amazing. However, though there are roughly, I'd say about $500 billion given out in grants and donations each year, barely 10% of that goes to us. And if of that 10%, that's for organizations that's serving us. It's not, the leaders don't look like us. So even less is going to leaders that are also serving communities of color. So now that you guys know about me and why I'm here, I wanted to give a breakdown of what grants development is and what a successful or strong, either your development department or if you are hiring somebody, what elements that they should come with in doing grant and development work. I like to think of proposal writing, which a proposal you will use to submit to get grants and such. I like to think of it as telling a very persuasive essay of who you are, what you do, and why you are connecting with this funder and how getting money from them will make your organization or business better. But I say persuasive essay because there's hundreds, if not thousands, of other people who are saying the same thing as you and asking the same funder for the same money. But it's storytelling to make yourself stand out, make yourself more appealing, make yourself just the, what's the term? Like the needle in the haystack type of thing. I always warn people when they're like, oh my God, Deanna, can you write me a grant? Like, can you get me a grant? I need money for this and that. I'm like, I could write you a very good proposal. I could give you all the organizing and care and commitment. I could give you a list of funding agencies that I know you align with their mission and everything. However, one, we're Black. As sad as that is to say, it's very hard for us to get in the door. So that's one. Two, we are competing with, depending on the grant size and the competition, we're competing with hundreds and thousands of other people who are also in a very deep need as well. So I always warn people that, like, what is it with the turtle? Slow and steady wins the race. I was like, this is one where slow and steady always wins the race, and to not give up in the process. Because it was definitely times where I wanted to, and it's very frustrating, but grant writing and grants and development work has taught me to accept rejection gracefully and to keep pushing and going beyond that. So that's why I say I can continue being a manifester and keep caring, because, like, I mean, you're telling me no, but I know right now I gotta move on to the next one. Right, I gotta find the next one. But that's it. If you have any questions. Like, any questions before I sit?
How do you feel about what's going on with Hello Alice and what's the other one? obligation. We're only giving out grants to Black-owned businesses.
Well, I think that's bogus.
Right.
As I said, we already do not have much access, and it's, as I said, another means to prevent us from accessing these funds and such. So I think it's similar to what is it that they said? What is it in the school? What is the term in school that, like, affirmative action? I think it's similar to that when people are like, oh, well, because there's affirmative action, I can't get in. And I'm like, no. You already had a head of the game of us, and this is just so people don't ignore us because we are Black. Our counterparts already have enough of it, so I think it's selfish when they do things like that, but I don't think it'll hold.
For beginning businesses, do you have to have a business plan in order to submit for a grant?
Yes, because your business plan will act as like the starting point to your proposal. So a nonprofit organization writing a proposal and a business writing a proposal is a little, like, slightly different, but your business plan it'll make your grant submission process that much easier if you do have that fleshed out. They might not ask for a copy of it, but that information you probably will most likely pull from to start going after grants. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I would love to share with you and anybody else who wants to stop by, and I'll give you guys that information for sure.
That's awesome. And also those, I would keep them, even the ones that might have been missed, because they'll probably do the same deadlines next year. I would say any grant opportunities, if you guys are just like randomly searching or somebody tells you, if you miss the deadline, or if it's like I know I seen one earlier and the deadline was Monday or something like that, which is unrealistic, but usually they do the same cycles every year, or they have multiple times that you can apply. So that list is great, and I would keep all of them, even the ones that like technically were missed for this year. Anybody else? Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You some real stuff, not the fake stuff. They're not talking about this stuff. They actually living what they're speaking about. So although we're not on the Oprah.
Of course, I found the sweets and took some to go on my way back to Philly. To my surprise, the train stopped working, so I ended up finessing a bus back home. Of course, after yesterday, I spent the day resting, but pushed myself at night to begin on something I've been putting off, my website revamp. I haven't had the patience or inspiration to make the changes I wanted to until tonight, so I grabbed my new Kindle Scribe and got busy. You're probably wondering why I have two Kindles, but the Scribe is a whole other world. During my work trip, I saw my president have one, and instantly I was curious and needed to know more. As we talked about what books we were currently reading, she shared how investing in a Scribe was one of the greatest decisions she's recently made as a reader and a writer. Of course, I can read and write on it, but there are various templates to choose from. It truly feels like a real notebook. I can make edits and paste content across various documents and even change the sizing of my handwritten text. This thing even erases like it's an actual pencil. Like, I know that's really simple, but I'm amazed every single time. Let's play around with the Kindle Scribe and see what she can do. I haven't named her yet, so if you have any ideas, let me know.
I be your muse, bring your easel and pencils. Here you go, you try to tease with them pictures. You could ride on me just like you ride the elliptical. She said I'm trying to keep it tight for my nigga. Girl, I like your last nigga, all I need is mental. You know I'll work you out, get you right with your physical. Always just another interlude. Asking all them questions, girl, you know I don't do interviews. It's pitiful that when I'm with them other.
Hello, it is the next day, and I am, of course, still working on putting my website and everything together. But I have my home page, service page, membership page, about me, my blog page, everything set up. drew everything out, laid everything out and such. So now I'm going to go into Squarespace and use the template that I selected, and I'm gonna start plugging in information. I love Squarespace because they make things like this for people like me who don't have the capacity or understanding to really build a website from scratch. So this is the template that I'll be building in. Oh, the little moving words is cool. I thought this was perfect for what I wanted to execute, so I'm gonna just plug in here.
I pretend it's you. Oh, you work at Kohl's, you in dental school. Wife and now you folding clothes, cooking dinner too. Young killer girl, I'm known as Pink Griffey too. It's only right that I swing by and hit it too. First base, second base, third base. I'm trying to get you in your birthday. Oh, I know these other niggas thirsty, but please never entertain them, cause that would hurt me, you feel me? Yeah.
Hello. As you can see, I am unwinding from a very active 2 weeks of travel, of new opportunities, of learning and growing and such, of discovery. I think I'm definitely gonna get a WeWork membership after working out of the Harlem office. Like, it was popping. Anyway, I am going to use the rest of today to obviously take my hair out, wash my hair, just decompress. I'm like, hey baby, I am beyond exhausted. And even like I said, I had such an horror story coming back to Philly from New York. Like, whatever, lady. But as I was saying, such a horror story just getting back home. I literally did not get home until like 4 a.m. No exaggeration, when I was supposed to pull in at like midnight. So it was tiring. But I had goals in mind for the week, and I had a very particular launch date that I wanted to accomplish. So I still made sure to give myself time the next night to get started on my revamp. As you guys saw, I already started building my website, and this will be released November 2nd. Thursday, November 2nd. I have been putting off this revamp for, I guess, a while now. I felt like I was still too new to really do a revamp, but I've changed so much in the last year. Internally, externally, jobs, positions, like titles and stuff, and where I work has tremendously changed. So I think it's appropriate that I make sure everything else around me changes as well. And if you guys peeped my short, I didn't include it in the video, but I also got new business cards. So I think it's only appropriate that my business cards match my website. With this revamp, I am also updating my newsletter. I am updating my blog. So it's not just going to be like, a display of like my services, but also my creative writing, in addition to me creating an entirely new membership page for people who are subscribed to my newsletter. Like, it's still a newsletter, but like, it's so much more now. And I'm glad that I finally took the time to sit down and plan this out. And lastly, like I also said during my speaking engagement, if y'all peeped, I will also be creating a course that details everything that I talked about during that workshop that I provided, but a lot more. I'm going to be like taking the time to really develop like quizzes and interactive activities, because the work I do can be really boring and confusing, and I want to be much more intentional with sharing this information with people that have shown me that they would really like to receive it and don't know where to get it. But the info right here. Well, thanks for watching. I am going to continue taking out my hair. If you aren't already subscribed, please do so. Like and share with all your friends, and tune in next time with Monroe the Guru. Bye. Lady, can you move over a little bit? Just a little bit.
So much to live for, baby.